Hey, I'm making brownies. I learned this new recipe, and it's really good. So, I'm gonna bring you along. I've got 20 tablespoons of butter. This is doubling the original recipe. That's about 2/3 of a block. Sorry, 3/4 of a block. So, the idea is to melt this butter and like somewhat toast it. I don't have the patience to toast it, so far I just like cook it a little bit and using a pot on the stove. This whole recipe goes in this pan except for the dry ingredients. That is actually okay. I have the recipe on my phone and I'm using my phone to record, so I don't know how this is gonna work. I was going to video this with my camera, but my cards keep being full and I don't know what I need to adjust to make them not get full so quick. And also I haven't worked out a system to dump them easily. So that's one of the things holding me up from making my videos go live. But this is my first attempt lately, and I have good intentions. I want to make Friday videos and maybe Wednesday videos, 2 or 3 days a week. I want to do something. So I'm actually gonna, let's see, let me try to explain this recipe a little bit. I'm gonna take my phone over. I have a magnet on the back of my phone case and it sticks it to the fridge, so it's really convenient. But this is a coconut sugar recipe, and I'm using, I guess, organic coconut sugar, organic cocoa, and organic all-purpose unbleached flour. The butter is not organic, and neither is the vanilla or the butter or baking powder. Can baking powder be organic? I don't know. Okay, eggs. I need to get out the eggs. Oh, I currently use the omega-3 eggs from Costco because they're a little bit better than regular eggs, but they're not so unaffordable as the organic eggs. My main problem with buying organic eggs is actually that they tend to have a lot of blood spots. I mean, I get maybe 3 or 4 blood spots in 1 dozen eggs, and that dozen eggs cost me like $5, maybe even $6 at Costco. I'm not sure, but I just can't afford that. So let's see. I'm gonna measure out the flour in a different bowl here. I would usually use the plastic one, but you guys can see this. So I have the butter going. I'm gonna put 1 1/3 cups of flour. I already have a 1 cup measure in the flour. And I'll use it. The way I normally bake is I would measure 1/3 in the 1 cup and eyeball it. But I eyeball it with experience. Like, I know how much a 1/3 cup weighs. I know how much a 1/3 cup looks like, and I'm pretty good at it. So don't do that if you haven't baked a lot. All right, the butter is starting to melt. It's almost melted. Actually, not starting. Stir, stir, stir. I'm gonna put the baking powder. No, I'm not. So this whole recipe is really weird to me because I'm used to putting all the dry ingredients in one bowl and all the, like, but these are brownies, and if you want brownies to turn out, you've got to follow the brownie protocols. And this brownie protocol is to put the sugar in with the melted butter, and you basically put all of the ingredients into the hot butter. But there's a point where you add the eggs. You'll see. Okay. Sugar is 2.5 cups. I'm going to use, okay, I've got a 1.5 cup. Coconut sugar at Costco here is about, it's like 10.80 for 1.8 kg. And I measured out, last time I bought coconut sugar, I bought 1 pound at the Superstore, and it was like $5 for a pound. 3 cups in a pound. So I figure there's about 4 pounds in this package, making it 12 cups for 10.80 something, so a little less than $1 a cup. Now, a lot of the recipes I've been making with coconut sugar are not this sweet. These are brownies, and if you're gonna bother with brownies, make real brownies. Like when I was doing keto, I was so disappointed that I could never come up with a brownie that was satisfying. Like I must have made 10 different kinds, and every time they were just really disappointing. And you know, at some point I'm planning to do keto again. I liked keto. There were certain things I didn't like about the way I felt on keto, and certain things I loved. I like how I feel after keto. I felt better doing it than I had felt before, and I feel better now than I felt then. So I plan to do it maybe like once a year for 2 or 3 months, because I'm really into the idea of seasonal eating and traditional foods and innovative foods that use traditional ingredients. So where was I going with that? The keto brownies. Like, I'm hoping to eventually come up with a keto brownie recipe that's good, but the sweeteners and the textures and the almond flour, and it's all a lot to work with. So okay, so this is coming together. The idea is to melt the sugar down. Like, I don't know how to show this to you, but this would be so good as a topping on something. It's like thick caramel. Woo! Okay. So I'm skipping the toasting the butter part. That's not happening. Okay, now I'm going to add the salt, the cocoa, the espresso powder, and the baking powder, believe it or not, to the wet ingredients here. Okay, I'm going to start with the cocoa. Okay, 1.5 cups, which this just has sugar on it. I'm going to go into this. 1 cup. Okay. Stir that in. I'm actually going to turn it off now, because I'm going to be adding the eggs eventually here. So are we still recording? Yes, good. Okay. Get all of that mixed in. It's kind of bubbling a bit here. Probably don't want to get burned. Okay. Whew. Gorgeous. Okay, let's do the vanilla. It's 1 tablespoon of vanilla. I'm just gonna do the cap thing. 3 caps. Woo! I'm not very exact with my vanilla. Ooh, it's trying to bubble at me. Maybe that was one of the things to add when it started to cool, so it doesn't do that. Okay, rinse that off. Whew, got my recipe all dirty. Let's see. We're gonna put espresso powder. This is just a funny ingredient, but I don't know if it makes it or breaks or does nothing, but it does. It's in there, so I'm putting it. It's 2 teaspoons. No, 1 teaspoon because it was half in there. And half. 1 teaspoon of espresso powder. Freshly ground this morning, of course. No, I wouldn't worry about it. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. Or you could put a little bit of what is it called? Oh my goodness, instant. That's what I'm trying to say. So salt, instant coffee. That's right. Okay, 1 teaspoon of salt. That's what it was. It called for sea salt, so I'm gonna put Himalayan pink salt. I don't think it matters which salt, but there you go. Okay. There's a point, it says to remove it from the heat. I turned it off a minute ago. If you have like glass top or something, you'll want to move it off. But this cools down really fast. Okay. Gonna put the eggs in one at a time. Whoa! Dripping on me. Okay. There's an egg. So whisk it really quickly so it doesn't just instantly cook. I have these are like little espresso or teacups or something, and I love them for checking eggs. I have like 4 of them, so when one's dirty, there's more. Woo! Okay. All right. 1 more egg. This was, I said 4 eggs, right? Oh, I think the baking powder might have been better off to go right before the eggs. I don't have the recipe right in front of me. I jotted down the ingredient amounts, and I'm relying on my memory for the rest of this because it's easy. Okay, here we go. So the original recipe calls for a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, which feels like so almost pointless. Like, why are you even putting baking powder? But I'm sticking with it because it makes a really fudgy brownie, and I like them fudgy. Okay, I don't have a 1/2 teaspoon. What's this? 1/4. So I'm going to use 2/4 because I'm doubling it from the original. So put that in there. Ooh, lemon. All right, I'm bringing this over. Ooh, what can you see from that angle? Oh my gosh, that was dumb. Okay, can I cut that out or leave it in? I might have to leave it in. Okay, I just poured a little bit of brownie on my floor. And gosh, it looks good, but not good with that. Okay. Note to self. No need to make a note. That was dumb. Okay. We've got everything in here except the flour. So I'm going to put the flour now. Just dump it all in. That bowl, this bowl was not necessary. This is like one pot. Probably part of why I'm really liking this recipe. Like, cleanup is just one pot, and if you want, you could put water, put the lid on, and steam it if you left it sitting on accident. But okay, I'm gonna do this again, but without turning my pot. It's just so smooth. Okay, now I've got my pan here with foil. No, my foil pan with parchment paper in it, and I'm just gonna try to get all this out of the whisk. So I want to talk about the coconut sugar. If you don't know this already, if you didn't find this because of coconut sugar, I heard that coconut sugar is really low on the glycemic index compared to sugar because it is mostly glucose and not mostly fructose. So there's something about the way your body handles it where it goes straight to energy and skips going through your liver. Things with high fructose corn syrup have about 55% fructose. Regular sugar has about 50% fructose, and coconut sugar only has about 10% fructose. And it also has about 10% vitamins and minerals and 80% glucose. That's what I've heard. I could be a little bit off, but that's what I heard. And I heard this in a podcast. So you can look it up if you're wondering about more details. But basically, I've noticed a big difference in how I feel after eating some baked goods made with coconut sugar versus even honey. Honey is higher in fructose than, I don't know what honey's level is, but even honey, but especially sugar is not, like regular table sugar. Even organic sugars are not, don't make me feel good. But some of it is in the dose, and if you're just putting a teaspoon of sugar in your coffee, that's one thing. If you're putting 2.5 cups of sugar in a batch of brownies, you can switch that to coconut sugar. You've got an advantage. This brownie recipe is an advantage. I'm just telling you. I've never made better brownies from scratch. Like, these are like Ghirardelli box brownies with a step up. But anyway, the only thing that makes these a little bit more decadent is some chocolate chips, and I haven't found any made with coconut sugar yet. But either way, with or without, these are just good. My oven is preheating at 325. It's been on for a while, so it's almost there. Oh, there it is. It's preheated. Okay, I'm gonna fill my pot with water so I can wash it right away. Wash all of these right away. That'll save me some trouble later. And I'm just going to wash all of the measuring cups at the same time. Clean up my mess. and put this in the oven. Here we go. I believe it's 25 minutes. So we got the 25 minutes on here. And if for some reason it's not 25 minutes, I will correct it in the recipe, which I'll put below. I'm going to put my recipe in the comment or in the box below, but I'm also going to link to Cookie and Kate's blog where I got the original recipe from, because I want to give them credit. I don't know Cookie and Kate, I just, I really liked some of the recipes coming from there. And I guess Cookie and Kate tell me, are you Cookie and Kate, or are you Kate that loves cookies? I don't know. We're gonna... Anyway, I'll come back when the brownies are beautifully done, and I'll show you what they look like, and maybe tell you what they taste like. Alright, bye. Alright, the brownies are done, and I want to show them to you. They smell so good. I'm going to cut them while they're still hot, and I want to show... Let's see if this is actually helpful. I don't know. Ooh. It might be better to wait till they're not hot. I don't know. Does anybody know? Should you cut brownies when they're hot or when they're cold? Because they don't taste better hot. Brownies are something that, at least to me, like, they're just not as good when they're still piping hot. So scrape that off. Like, you see how it's kind of got a little bit of a crust on it? I love that. Alright. And here, well, I might just running my camera everywhere. My plan is to put half of them in the freezer and have half of them for Shabbos this week. Although the way I cut them, I'd have to divide them this way to do an actual even half, so it might not be even half. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or comments about brownie making or coconut sugar brownies or anything, please leave me comments. I want to engage with you guys. I haven't posted enough stuff in the past to actually engage with people, but this is changing. I am dedicating weekly hours to my channel. My plan right now, and I'm just digressing here from my project, but I'm planning to put in 8 to 10 hours a week. This is what I can squeeze out of my week right now, and if it goes well, I'll find a way to squeeze out more time with maybe some help with babysitting or something. But thanks for watching. I really look forward to hearing from you guys. Bye.